आ तुझे रात से सुबह तक ले चलूं किसी हसीन ख्वाब की तरह, तू यादें उधर से बुन मैं इधर से, और बीचों बीच फूल उभर आए किम ख्वाब की तरह।
आ तुझे रात से सुबह तलक ले चलूं हसीन ख्वाब की तरह, हसीन ख्वाब की तरह। दिन ढले तेरी शमा जले, सूरज को मैं लूट लूं। बीरम 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 बाप, बीरम 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 बाप।
Welcome to Indian Indian News. Today in the studio we have three important guests. All three of them are involved in the production of Haseen Khwab, a beautiful video song which was released recently, last month actually. We have two co-lyricists, Poppy Charnalia and Preanshi, and then singer Meenakshi Kulshreshtha. We are going to talk about right from writing the lyrics to the production and singing. So on that note, welcome to our studio.
Thank you,
Poppy.
Thank
This
you.
is your second, third, fourth time here.
Yes, many times this year.
Many times here, Excel. And Preanshi, welcome again. This is your first time.
Yes, my first time.
It's good to have a younger generation here. And then later on, we will add Meenakshi to our conversation. So let us first start with the co-writing of the lyrics.
Yeah.
And also, it's a daughter and mother team as well.
Yes.
And so we have several things is really interesting here. Two generations, daughter and mother, and also the lyrics in English and Hindi.
Mm-hmm.
So how did the idea came and how the process of writing the lyrics started?
To answer your question, Upendraji, I don't write a whole lot about romance, but here I wrote about love that's deep and unconditional. आ तुझे रात से सुबह तक ले चलूं किसी हसीन ख्वाब की तरह, तू यादें उधर से बुन मैं इधर से, और बीचों बीच फूल उभर आए किम ख्वाब की तरह. So you could interpret it in the sense of romantic love or motherly love or any friendship love, any type of love. And that was the inspiration to write these lyrics a while ago. Meenakshi and I have been talking about collaborating on a song together. And so these lyrics came to mind and she took it. Involving Preanshi was Meenakshi's idea. I will give her full credit for that. So it was such a fantastic, lovely idea to bring two genres of music together.
So now, Preanshi, you of course represent a very different generation, and also how you're able to combine Hindi and English together.
Yeah. So my mom's lyrics are deeply about love and devotion. I wanted to connect my lyrics to my mom's lyrics, which are in Hindi. And my mom's lyrics are deeply about devotion and love. And I connected my lyrics in a metaphoric sense, where one of my lyrics are, silence rings through, without you there'd be no noise or color. So it's talking about the absence or presence of a person through sound, color, silence, and many other things. I think it was very easy to collaborate with my mom, and it's so great that my mom is another artist and that we can both collaborate our own experiences through music and lyrics and our own feelings about love and how we interpret it.
Preanshi, what made you interested in music and art?
I started when I was very, very little. I started singing when I was around 4 or 5 years old, and I definitely get it from my mom. And I was really interested in all sorts of music. I was particularly interested in opera when I was 5 for some reason. And there's a whole story where I was asking my parents for habla music and they couldn't figure it out for a while. And then they realized it was opera. So I've always expressed my love for music as a child through this toy xylophone I had. And then I took my first singing lesson when I was 5. And I've always been interested in many genres. Right now I'm mainly doing jazz, but I've done theater, I've done rock, and music is really interesting because every person who does music has their own sound and their own vibe with how they express themselves through their own music or other people's music.
So, Preanshi, I have a couple of other questions for you. So, one is if you can talk a little bit about jazz music, that how this album, Haseen Khwab, is a little bit different than usual by adding jazz to this.
Yeah.
And how exciting or challenging that was. And then you, in the song, you produce some specific sound. So what is that called and what is that, if you can give an example of that?
Yes. So what makes this song very unusual is we've combined 2 genres, 2 languages, and I did something called jazz scatting, which are syllables that are improvised, and they're meant to sound or imitate instruments. In this case, I did a drum where I did beat 'em, beat 'em, beat 'em, beat 'em, bop, beat 'em, beat 'em, beat 'em, beat 'em, bop. So it sounds like a drum. And what's really interesting is we don't have jazz music in this song. So it is jazz singing over this song, such as the scatting part with the Hindi lyrics, but there isn't jazz music. It's more of a rock pop kind of feel. So I think what makes this song very unusual is it's 2 genres together and mashing 2 languages together in a very new way.
Now, I love the title of the song, Haseen Khwab, which is beautiful. In 2 words, it summarizes a lot of things in life. Now, I know you are only 15-year-old. So my question is, what is your khwab?
Well, I think my khwab, my dream, is to become, well, I am a singer, but I want to become a huge singer, huge stadiums, and I want to make my own music and make my own sound. And my huge goal is to incorporate special need musicians on my journey with me. Special need band members, special need sound engineers, musicians. And I really want to make a platform for people who are special needs. And I really want to create a space where no matter who you are or what you do, you can come and create music.
Now, even at my age, we are trying to figure it out, that type of clarity and focus in our life. How come you have been able to get this clarity at age of 15?
So I have a special needs twin brother named Soham, and I think that he's really grounded me in who I am today, and he's really made me think about what can I do for the world, not only as a musician, but also as a person, and what can I do for my family. And my parents are really great, and I'm so glad that they have paved the way for me to be able to say that I have this goal and this dream to become a really famous singer.
Poppy, in your own word, you are a very accomplished artist, poet, writer. A lot of people are familiar with your name. Given the title of the song, Haseen Khwab, what are some of your khwabs left?
Upendraji, I think I'm living a very fulfilling life at this point. So a lot of my dreams have come true. But I continue to aspire, continue to work hard. I don't stop. One of my dreams, which is happening right now, and I want to make it bigger and bigger, is to take my visual art for the benefit of autism even bigger and bigger in this world. Continue to collaborate with people like Meenakshi and other artists and make the art, expand. Benefiting autism in whichever way we can on this journey. Writing, I'm a huge proponent of Hindi. And I think we've explored the beauty of Urdu. I think we need to go back and explore Hindi and not laugh at it. So I've been making a special attempt to write in Hindi. And I'm going to do my next book launch in Jaipur, which will be a very Hindi-oriented book launch. I will invite some very well-established Hindi poets.
So Jaipur also has this famous book festival.
Yeah, the book festival.
So we're talking about that festival?
No, we could combine it with that, but I'd rather actually keep the spotlight separate. and do a 3-day event where one night is my book launch, and the other 2 nights we invite some very accomplished Hindi poets to come and bring Hindi to the forefront. And I'm talking people who folks are doing PhDs on, and we don't hear their names. And Hindi needs that spotlight. So that's one of my dreams that I'm working towards.
Excellent. Thank you. Meenakshi, welcome to our studio.
Thank you.
And so let us start with Haseen Khwab.
Yes.
What a wonderful combination. And
Yes.
I love the name, the title of the album.
Yeah,
So if you can just hum a couple of lines.
absolutely. हाँ तुझे रात से सुबह तलक ले चलूं हसीन ख्वाब की तरह हसीन ख्वाब की तरह दिन ढले तेरी शमा जले सूरज को मैं लूट लूं माहताब की तरह माहताब की तरह.
Excellent. Perfect.
Thank you.
So now there are 2 languages involved into this.
Yes,
And
yes.
then also you have the elements of jazz, of course, in the music.
Yes.
So how challenging or how exciting it was to translate these lyrics into such a beautiful song. And it's a live band. It's a live,
Yes.
the
Yes.
film with the Boston in the background, right?
Right. Yes. Yeah. So Poppy had shared lyrics with me for this song a while ago, and I will say it was very challenging because in the past, whenever I've composed, I have written those lyrics. So the composition goes hand in hand. As you write, you compose a music framework. This was harder, I would say, but I wanted to do full justice to the lyrics because it was a very strong feeling that's being communicated. And I wanted to make sure that we are doing a fair justice to the lyrics. So Poppy and I had several sessions. We sat down to fit the lyrics into the meter, not losing the feel or the soul of the song. But also, I always have my band and check band in my mind when I'm composing these. And so each parts of music are actually going in parallel as layers in my mind when I do this. So I think as we started to work on it, it became more and more and more firmer. And at some point, we were all very excited about the project and we decided to take it.
And how long it took from the start to the finish?
So actually, it was picked on and off. As a band, we had a very busy summer this year. We were traveling quite a bit, a lot of shows. So we started it earlier in the year, then we put it on hold for a while. The music was composed, and then we picked it back up in the last part of the summer. So we recorded the song in the end of summer. We did the video shoot in the end of summer in the beautiful Boston backdrop that we wanted to
Sure.
use, perfect weather. But then we decided to wait till November to release the song.
Excellent.
After the
And now, who are other band members who are part of this team?
So the whole band is part of the team. We had Sameer Bhambani on guitar, Anandini on keyboards and backup vocals. We had Kamal Dasu for the drums. We have Mike Rover who did the bass. Beautiful bass in the song, by the way. You have to listen to it in the car to appreciate the song really well. And then my husband, Jolly Bhatia, he was one of the main actors of the song who knit the whole song together as he's painting the backdrop of Boston in the music video. So the whole team came together.
So there's also a lot of painting elements
Yes.
into the whole video.
Yeah.
Where does that come from?
So this whole song is a Haseen Khwab in a way that, for me, it's my dream that we collaborate more as artists, even within our community and outside of just music. And this song has a collaboration of a lyricist, a composer, and us in the band. There is art, there is painting happening, and the theme of the music video is that the painter is painting a Boston backdrop and a band starts playing in front of him. So he then decides, all right, I'm going to make the band a part of the painting too. Poppy has a cameo in that where she comes and she talks to the painter. Poppy is a painter. We all in the band are wearing her paintings as art forms, which I'm wearing one today too. And that was actually very special. I don't think a collaboration of that kind of Hindi, English, 2 generations, and all of this has come together so beautifully ever before. So as we were working towards it, it just, kept falling in place.
Now, I want to stay still on the Haseen Khwab.
Yes.
So what is your Haseen Khwab now?
My Haseen Khwab is more collaboration, to be honest. I think somehow, even though we are musicians and artists of different art forms, we somehow can be limiting within our framework or our framework of our mindset. But collaborations like these, for me, I think it brought the best out in me as a composer when I was working with poetry with Poppy. So I think as artists, we need to collaborate more. And my Haseen Khwab is to do more and more collaboration, out-of-box things that have not been done before, that challenge us and that push us to get out of our comfort zone.
Now, who came up with the title Haseen Khwab?
I think I came up with the title Haseen Khwab.
Congratulations, it's a fantastic title.
Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. I think it is a Haseen Khwab for all of us involved in the project, and it was very apt.
Now, talking about Haseen Khwab, there is another title which pops in my head, which is Fursat Kahan.
Yes.
And that was the album which you guys released last year.
Yes.
And I just love just the thought of Fursat Kahan.
Yes.
It brings us into the real life and say, what the hell I'm doing.
So true.
So how has been your experience coming from Fursat Kahan to Haseen songs?
It's amazing you say that, because we often talk about it like that. For me, Fursat Kahan was more the message that you have to find Fursat and work towards a Haseen Khwab that you want to turn into a reality in your life, right? So it's almost a journey that we started releasing our first original as a band with Fursat Kahan. And I think the message continues that you have to dream, and we are fortunate to be able to turn our dreams into reality.
So from Fursat Kahan to Haseen Khwab, what is the next?
So next is a very special project again with Poppy, and originally when she'd reached out, she'd sent me 2 lyrics and I composed them both, and I wanted her to pick one. And luckily, actually, she couldn't pick one. So we decided to move forward with both of them. Haseen Khwab we released last month, and the next one is set to release on Valentine's Day. And it's a very special, again, very unique treatment to music in that song. And we can't wait to share that one.
So I hope the title is going to be as exciting as Fursat Kahan and Haseen Khwab.
Yes, it is going to be as exciting.
Have you decided or not yet?
We have decided the title. We just
Can you share or no?
Can we share it or no?
Maybe not, right?
No, not yet.
Not yet, no.
Okay.
So
it might change, right?
Yeah, no, well, it might not change, but I don't want to take the focus away from Haseen Khwab at this time. So.
On that note, thank you so much, Meenakshi, and always pleasure chatting with you.
Thank you so much.